someone asked, is it true that someone big will adopt Litecoin for their services soon without mentioning any names?
I don't know I don't have any insider information in terms of knowing that someone big is going to adopt Litecoin. Possible. Unfortunately, it's not something. And even if I did, I can't say anything. So, so no, the answer is no. But I mean, well, I would expect that Litecoin will the ball has started rolling, and we'll get more and more bigger names adopting Litecoin. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it as much as your viewers.
What is up, everybody? Crypto Hedge here with another live stream update. What is up, everybody? Today is a great day. Everything is in the green. Bitcoin moves into new all-time high territory. Currently at, let's see where it's at right now. $5,291. I think it topped out at $5,300 already today. Actually, no, it hasn't. The highest has been $5,292. We're going to get into the charts. We're going to get into everything. I'm going to check out the chat box because I haven't checked it out yet. If you guys are new, make sure to smash that like button and also subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on Twitter. My handle is @CryptoHedge_. Today's amazing, guys. Let's get pumped up for today. This is amazing. What's up, everybody? Charlie Lee, the ball is rolling. There's a lot of money being thrown at crypto right now. I tweeted last night to you guys. What did I say? Oh, this is the funniest gif. I said, this is when Litecoin becomes relevant 14 hours ago. 14 hours ago, Litecoin was, I think it was $50.50. So that's when I jumped back into Litecoin when I posted that. But I also held on to my Bitcoin until the $5,200 area. And I hedged my Bitcoin, or some of my Bitcoin, into Litecoin. I still have some Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin is going to be hitting a temporary top soon. And we're going to get to the charts in a minute, but I want to check out the chat box, see what you guys are up to, and then we will continue forward. What's up, the bad virus? It's nice to have you. Today is a terrible day. Michael, why is it a terrible day? We're going to talk about the altcoins, too. I know the altcoins are down, but they're really not down. They've corrected a little bit because of the Bitcoin run, but all of the altcoins that I have bounced off of the trend line, so I'm not too concerned. We'll go over the altcoins that I currently have. This music is sick. What's up, Kevin? It's nice to have you. I won't have Bitcoin for the fork. Well, I think the Bitcoin gold fork is not going to be what most people think it is. I think I said it in my last live stream. I said that I think if everyone is doing the same thing, it's just not going to work out in everyone's favor, since everyone has the same idea to get the free coins. One of the developers of Vertcoin, actually, I'll show you his post if I can find it. He said right here, to clarify, there will be coins, but they're pre-mining, so all new coins post-fork won't exist on their chain. So pretty interesting. Brian Goodson is one of the developers of Vertcoin. I've spoken to him frequently, and also James Lovejoy. But yeah, this is interesting. And I actually just recently followed his Twitter. I didn't even know he had a Twitter. I've always talked to him on Slack, but this is interesting that he's saying that. So I'll have Bitcoin probably for the fork, but I'm going to trade the volatility regardless. And I'll show you guys the indicators. I think that Bitcoin is going to be hitting a top soon. Not necessarily Litecoin, if you're trading Litecoin paired with Bitcoin, but I think that, everything's great right now. I know we're in like this euphoric phase and everyone's excited. You know, Bitcoin's $5,200 going on $5,300. But we do have to call tops, and my top was anywhere from 5,200 to 5,300. But not the top. I think that we're going to still grow, but I think we're going to have a little bit of a healthy pullback until we move higher to like 6,000. I don't think it's going to be a straight run to 6,000. But things are looking fantastic, guys. I mean, look at Litecoin. Litecoin was $50 yesterday, and now it is $57 almost. And You know, Litecoin is following Bitcoin very closely. It's exploding at the moment. Broke out of a wedge. It's absolutely beautiful to see, and oftentimes, more than not, Litecoin actually supersedes Bitcoin when it comes to percentage growth sometimes. Sometimes when Bitcoin takes on new all-time highs. Not necessarily for some of the altcoins, but I told you guys that the altcoins are going to wake up. There is going to be an altcoin party. Whenever Bitcoin takes on new all-time highs like this, people hedge into alternative coins. And they pump those coins, and people chase after and FOMO those coins afterwards. So a lot of people are in Bitcoin right now, and they're waiting for that perfect moment to get out, and then they're going to jump back into the altcoins, and the altcoins are just going to pump like crazy. That's what I personally think is going to happen. We are extremely bullish. I know I told you guys, I've told you a million times that if Bitcoin becomes bullish, we'll see a $6,000 Bitcoin in a shockingly short period of time. I'm still planning on that happening. I think that we could see a $6,000 Bitcoin very soon, sooner than we probably think. I mean, I know I'm telling you guys my goal was $5,200 to $5,300. I did swing it when it hit $5,200, and then it dropped down to like $5,120, and then I picked it back up. But it's heading back up right now, and I'm very excited. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at. We're going to go over something really cool because we had like a grand opening of a new office, a new branch for our real estate firm. And nearby where the branch is, there was a brand new Bitcoin ATM, and I stopped by. It was in like some I think it was like a vape shop or something, and I stopped by and I like really wanted to get a picture of it. So I went in. I didn't use it, but this is an average Bitcoin ATM created by Bitcoin Depot. They're in quite a few places, but the premiums on these things are absolutely insane. Like I started to act like I was gonna buy a Bitcoin, right? Even though I wasn't gonna buy a Bitcoin because there's a crazy premium. But the premium was $5,700 for one Bitcoin on this Bitcoin Depot ATM. Absolutely absurd. Blows my mind. But I did post this on Reddit, new Bitcoin ATM in Palm Beach, Florida, which is exactly where it is, and I think people got a kick out of that. I love when I see like new ATMs. This one is brand new, so pretty interesting stuff. And then you've got ATMs popping up all over Hollywood. As of recently, I saw a post on that on Google, so that's pretty cool too. But I'm going to show you guys real quick what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So if you look at the RSI, I don't know if you guys can see this. I want to make sure I'm checking out the chat box while I do this. If you look at the RSI is overbought, and I'm waiting for the RSI to hit this level. If you can see right here, I'm waiting for the RSI to meet up with this level and then fall down a little bit, maybe a little bit more. I don't think it's going to fall down steeply. That's not what the RSI indicates. But I think that we're going to see a little bit of pullback once we hit this level right here with the RSI. And then we're going to be heading back up. So, I mean, I'm just super excited, guys. I think this is amazing. This is a great article on Coinbase Instant Funds. Thanks for the heads up. Didn't know that. I heard that a couple of days ago, so I would have expected to have heard more if it were true. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, Steve is talking to someone else. What's up, everybody? Do I have a correction level, and when might this happen? My goal really is, I mean, we can see it's surging so hard right now. Look at it. It's at almost $5,400. So we could very well, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'm starting to stick with my original plan is like, if Bitcoin goes bullish, we could see a $6,000 Bitcoin in the next week. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, this is extremely bullish. People are getting in heavy right now. The volume has escalated very high, but I do believe, like I said, that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback once we hit that level on the RSI, which could be anywhere. It could be $5,500 before we see that pullback. But we did see a pullback when it hit 5,200. It went down like a little over $100, and I definitely swung that because my first target was $5,200, and it hit it. If we look at the hourly, actually, right here, so it hit $5,200, and then it pulled back. So I did swing that, and now we're rising right back up, and Litecoin's following close proximity. I mean, look at Litecoin. This is literally my Litecoin forecast coming into play. Like, this is what I expected. I'm gonna pull up the Litecoin forecast to show you guys. Since obviously I was wrong on the time frame. Yes, I was wrong, but this is what I've been expecting for Litecoin. Like this consolidation for an extended period of time, and then the shoot off. Explosive growth. I'm talking like large percentage growth. I'm gonna show you guys the Litecoin forecast right now, because this is like exactly what I was expecting, but it was obviously delayed, unfortunately. So if you look over here, so this trend line, like we've gone over multiple times, it was not going to follow that trend line. That was just the end result to be testing the all-time high. Now I think that now that Litecoin's waking up, the OBV is looking promising. Very high increasing volume right now. Still not the most volume that I would love to see, but definitely an increasing amount of volume. But this is basically parabolic right now, and I think that we should be heading up, testing the highs, because if you look at this, there's not too much resistance on the way down. Litecoin just flopped down, basically. So if anything, the first fib level is around, I think it's $57, but we are slamming through that right now, the first fib level. So, I mean, we could see maybe a small retracement at that first fib level, but if you look at the weekly chart, the 12-hour chart for Litecoin, which we're going to look at right now, you can feel the moon. You can feel the moon. So I'm sitting back, ready to swing once we hit that top. But this is what I've been waiting for. So you guys know we've all of the Hedge family knows that we've been following this Litecoin forecast that never came into fruition, and the timing was off. I said within 10 days. Look at where we are. We're within 10 days right now, and we're heading back up. Total breakthrough. So I'm glad that it was within that 10-day time frame, because I wanted to keep my Litecoin. I was getting a little impatient, which you can't be impatient. But if you look at this right here, where I took my relative comparison, you can see that it's consolidating, and then we see an explosion. What is happening right now, guys? What is happening? This is literally the same exact movements right here. We had consolidation for actually an extended period of time, not the exact time frame of this one, a little bit longer, and then we had the explosive growth, which is right here in green. Look at that fat green candlestick. So this is just absolutely exciting, and I do think that we're either going to be testing the highs, or we could be breaking through into a new all-time high. Now, if you look at the daily chart, you can see this candlestick right here didn't bring us in one day to the all-time high. I don't think we're going to the all-time high today, which if that happened, holy smokes, that would be crazy. But I could see a $62 Litecoin today. I could see a $62 Litecoin today. Yes, possibly. That's one of the targets I'm looking at, but I'm still not going to be swinging it, because Litecoin has been sitting at the bottom for so long, and now that it has popped, it's like, the sky is the limit. That's really what the case is right now. Of course, there's going to be a top, though, so I'm planning on swinging once we test the all-time high. Not too much trading until we get to that point. So it's a no trade zone. We're still very bullish. I mean, we're about to hit $58 with Litecoin. So this is big money getting in, guys. This is big money. I don't know who it is, but this is like hundreds of millions of dollars getting in right now. I don't even know. We could look at the market cap. This is incredible. How many people do we have tuning in right now? I want to know. I want to know. Is anyone new to the Crypto Hedge? The Crypto Hedge show? Let everyone in the chat box that's been tuning in, for like my loyal Hedge family, let them know what we're all about. Let them know how we are maximizing our profits. Let them know what's up, because we're doing it big. No room for excuses. Alright, so let's look at the 24-hour volume right here. So Litecoin has 157 million in the 24-hour volume. Bitcoin has $2.2 billion in the last 24 hours. This is incredible craziness. And look at Litecoin. Litecoin's one of the only altcoins that's actually, growing substantially. You have BitConnect, and BitConnect is a scam. Supposedly, I don't know anything about it. It's like, you guys, I don't know if you guys have read up on BitConnect, but it's some bot trading coin or something and whatever. But yeah, so Cardano, I don't know what Cardano is, but some of these coins you can see pumping right now are, you know, a little on the irrelevant side. I did do the craziest trade last night. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. You guys are gonna absolutely think I'm crazy. So this coin right here, Omni went up like 400%. It went from, look at the 24-hour low right here. I jumped into this coin while it was pumping. Small amount. I like took a coin. I took proceeds from one of my altcoins that I was holding on the exchange, and I threw it in this coin as it was pumping. It went from $21 to $83, and I got in at like $35, and I sold off at like $70. So that was like the craziest, quickest swing. It happened in 30 minutes. I was up all night, just doing a bunch of crap. Because, you know, I work during the day doing real estate, and then at night it's like I try to catch up on all of my trades. So it's a lot of work. You know, cryptocurrencies are 24 hours. This is like insane. It's nothing like the New York Stock Exchange where you can actually have weekends and have time off and be able to sleep. So, but that's the glorious part about cryptocurrencies, because you can make money 24/7. Why sleep when you can make money? I mean, I threw in a nice chunk of money into this coin when it was $35 and I sold it at 70, and I'm like sitting over here like, did I really just like do that? Like, I don't do that often. I'm like highly against pump and dumps, but it's like I got a little risky, got a little tipsy, and I got into it, and it was a success. So that was a good start to my day. And now that Litecoin's going up, and I took those proceeds from the Omni coin and I threw it back into Litecoin before Litecoin started to take off. I didn't take it from Litecoin though. I took it from, what coin did I take it from? Oh, I took it from XEM, put it in Omni, and then I threw it into Litecoin. So, interesting stuff. So we're going to go over Litecoin. Look at Litecoin, man. It's $58.39. This is explosive. This is like delusional. This is amazing. Hitting the first fib right now for Litecoin. Hitting the first fib. So we could see a little bit of, if we slam through $58.39, we're going to $72 pretty quick. Pretty quick. If we slam through this fib level, it's gonna get rowdy. It's gonna get pretty spicy. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. This is the parabolic moves that I've been waiting for. We are like, I mean, even if you look at this, and let's say we compared, I love my comparative analysis. I mean, I hope people like, because I've done a few live streams trying to show you guys how I do my comparative analysis. I literally explained to you guys my Litecoin forecast, if you guys saw that live stream. And this is like basically what my comparative analysis is coming out to be. It's absolutely insane. But if you look at this, now I haven't taken this into consideration, and I'm not going to, because I still think we're going to hit the highs and then we're going to retrace a little bit. But if you look at the historical charts before this relative comparison historical analysis, you can see that this would basically be the all-time high at the time, and then we consolidated and slammed through the all-time high and went a nice percentage above that. So I don't think that's the case for this, but if it is, I will definitely update you guys on Twitter and let you know that I'm not swinging, because I don't want people to swing at the high, because I'm showing you guys this, and a lot of people are devout to my, some of the things that I say. So I'll let you guys know on Twitter if we do decide to just slam through it. Now, if we do slam through the all-time high, my goal is like $116. And that was the same thing with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we had the same scenario. We were either going to test the all-time high and retrace a little bit, like probably like a lot of it, not like a lot, but like 15% or 10%, and then slam to the all-time high. But Bitcoin clearly didn't decide to do that. It decided to actually just explode. So the same thing I think could possibly happen with Litecoin. Those were the two scenarios: Bitcoin testing the highs and retracing a good amount with a little bit of a correction, and then booming, and then or The other scenario was Bitcoin just slamming through the all-time high and taking us to $6,000. So same thing could happen with Litecoin. Litecoin could just decide that screw the all-time high, I'm going to take myself to $115. So we're at $59 right now. We definitely just passed through the first fib. So if we continue this pace, I mean, gosh, man, gosh, we're all going to be so profitable. But the next step, this is the next step. We have to protect our profits. We cannot we cannot hold at the top. So since we decided to buy low, and I know some of my followers decided to buy at the top before they started following me, or whatever the case may be, and they became bag holders, this is your time to shine. You're looking good now. But I think that, yeah, this is insane. And I showed you guys the RSI. Let's look at the 12-hour RSI. Hopefully I'm making sense. I mean, you know what? This is the thing. If I'm repeating myself, I don't know if I'm not reading the chat box, but I got no sleep last night. Not a minute of sleep. And I know you guys know that I pull all-nighters all the time. And not necessarily healthy, but, you know, if I pull an all-nighter, I'll take a little nap or something like that, and then have a good night's rest the next night. But if you look at the RSI, we are so bullish. We are so bullish. We're almost in overbought territory, but not as of yet. Let's go ahead and pop up this right here. So I think that we are moving into, we are gonna move and follow this trend right here on the RSI, and then we'll see the downward trend that could be a little bit more corrective. So I think everything's bullish with the 12-hour on Litecoin. If we go to the weekly, I think the weekly is another story. What am I drinking? Everyone asks me what I'm drinking. It's green tea. It's called matcha tea. It's really healthy. Like, I think that's like the only thing keeping me alive from all these all-nighters. So you can see a divergence on the 12-hour, back to the upside on the weekly for Litecoin. I mean, this coin is explosive right now. Bitcoin's 53.35. This is insane. Let's see if Bitcoin hits $5,500 before I end this live stream. How long have we been live for? 28 minutes. We're going to go over some other things too. I know I'm jumping all over the place. So Litecoin's actually like really overbought right now on the 4-hour. So that should, yeah, so you can see that we're retracing a little bit right now at this first fib level. You can see it literally hit that fib level a little bit past it. The 4-hour candlestick might end below that, and then we'll retrace a little bit, probably down to, let's pull up the 1-hour. Let's do this analysis, baby. I'm not even swinging. Like, I should be swinging during my live stream. Now that I'm basically doing this live. Wouldn't that be crazy if we like all were swinging during a live stream? Like, I was just telling you guys, I'm swinging now, I'm swinging now. Pick it up at this. I should do that. That would be fun. Look at that on the 1-hour. That's freaking crazy. Parabolic is F. Alright, let's pull up. Yeah, so you can see Litecoin is pulling back a little bit. It is pulling back after that first fib touch. Hit resistance. I could see it testing. I could see it falling down to like, let's see. Well, honestly, actually, yeah, Litecoin will probably pull back a little bit. It's at $58.12, but I think it's gonna. I just think that it's at a point that it's just not gonna stop. Because the next resistance, where I can't even see it going down to those levels, would be like right here at like $54. Not resistance, support. Yeah, you can see Litecoin is falling. It's at $57.63. So I'm not swinging right at this moment, but I could have swung at $59 at that first level. Oh, I'm missing out, guys. I'm missing out. So yeah, so it could retrace down to like $54.50, and then I can see it turning right back around, moving up. I think that we could see a $62 Litecoin today, quite possibly. So we'll have to watch and see. I'm just super excited. But being a trader and being someone that wants to protect their profits, we can't be emotional. Can't be emotional. We could just be emotional once we protect those profits and cash out. Yeah, it is. Look at that. It's at $56.51. All right, so yep. So I think it's gonna retrace a little bit. not significant and move right back up, possibly hit $54. But it's explosive right now. The OBV is absolutely bonkers. The MACD is absolutely bonkers. This is explosive. This reminds me of that historical part that we were looking at from the Litecoin forecast. Look at that peak for the on-balance volume. This is pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff, guys. And we're going to look over at the news real quick. We're going to go over the altcoins too. I've got a minute, so I'll check over the altcoins. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I don't want people to be bored. But it's not boring. We're all making money right now. I'm going to check out the chat box. I know I don't do that. So we should buy Litecoin right now. I would wait for Litecoin to pull back a little bit. Let's look at the 1 hour again. Sorry guys. I'll give you guys a point. It's not good. I don't think it's just gonna completely go up, especially since it's retracing a little bit right now. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna pull up the 30-minute. If people are trying to get in, I think it's worth chasing. Can't go wrong with Litecoin. So this actually could be the retracement right here. It could finish off at this level. I would eye out and wait until we get down to this level. $55.69. That would be my my entry if I was swinging right now for Litecoin. $55 and like anywhere from $55 to $55.69. Now it could just continue. If it does on this 30-minute right here, what time is it? So if it does finish above the fib, we're gonna be moving up. Just know that. If we finish above, if this candlestick finishes above $58.26, just know that it's gonna continue to go up. And it's probably gonna hit up to the next level right here at like $66, $62 to $66. So, but that would be my level right there. $55.64. You can also put another buy in at like this level. $53 and or like $54. That would be another level to look at to get in. But things are moving fast right now. So I would put your first target there in HODL, and then second target at 54. And if it starts moving up and we break through that second or that first fib right here, then I would take that what you wanted to buy at 54, and I would just purchase it above that fib level because we would be continuing to go up. Let me check out the RSI. By the way, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys need to invest at your own risk. Always do your own research. I'm just telling you guys what I would do. Yeah, you can see Litecoin is definitely overbought on the 30-minute. Severely overbought. Look at the volume spike. That's just incredible to see. Like that volume, oh man, it's getting spicy in here. So now that Litecoin has broken out of that wedge, I see, you know, testing of the all-time high relatively soon. So I want to run outside in the street and yell. You want to know something crazy? Like all morning, I've kind of just been yelling in my house. Like I've just been listening to music and yelling. Getting emotional. I'm just like screaming. I'm like, I'm sure someone's gonna hear me and like think someone's dying, but I'll just scream like a chaotic person because, you know, I do this 24/7. I mean, this is what I live for. You gotta scream. You gotta scream sometimes. Let the world know you're happy. Yeah. So those are my levels. Those are my targets. Take note. Let's get over to, so let's go over the altcoins. Actually, let's get over to the news. Let's get over to the news real quick, and then we will go over the altcoins. I know people are probably panicking. Oh my gosh, the altcoins are going to zero. They're not going to zero. They didn't even fall that much since Bitcoin has risen. I think that we're seeing a short, just like we saw when Bitcoin started to rise up, you saw the altcoins started to party. They started to freak out and pump. Right when you saw that massive dip with the altcoins the other day, and they started to pump. Same thing is going to happen now. Bitcoin's going to find a level, and it's going to consolidate. It's going to hold at that level, probably not retrace that much, and a lot of that money, or a good amount of that money, is going to go over into the altcoins, and then the altcoins are going to wake back up again. It's all a game. So trading against Bitcoin pair, like hedging into Bitcoin when Bitcoin breaks out, then putting it into your favorite long-term altcoins, perfect trade. It's a perfect trade. So it was expected for that to happen when Bitcoin went up in value. So this is a good post. Why big banks are nervous about Bitcoin. The banks aren't going to do anything. John McAfee has been brazen about regulators' power plays to try and control Bitcoin, saying that they will never be able to ban it. They really won't be able to ever ban it. They won't really be able to regulate it to that far of an extent, because it's literally not regulatable, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't know if I'm even making sense. And right over here, whatever you say, Jamie, I know JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon said that he's going to stop talking about Bitcoin. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is true. But maybe he will just change his mind and get into Bitcoin. But clearly we know that isn't he getting sued right now because he was manipulating the markets and then he bought Bitcoin at the dip after spreading all that FUD. I don't know. I think it's all a game. That's really what it is. You juice the FUD, you spread as much FUD as possible, then these big money corporations buy into all these weak hands. So I think JP Morgan's totally in favor of Bitcoin. So, and you have Goldman Sachs, you've got Ledger X, you've got tons of big money coming in soon, waiting for the SEC to approve it. This is incredible stuff. You guys know I've been bullish for too long. I've been bullish for too long. $6,000 Bitcoin, here we come. Let's see. I want to look at Litecoin to see what it's doing. Uh-oh, what is that? Typical banker, oh yeah. Should have kept his big mouth shut, yeah. He is getting sued. I'm pretty sure that's true. Which he deserves it. I mean, Jamie Dimon's been sued so many times for so much money. I don't think it bothers him in the least. What is this post? This post right here, CNBC article, all the headlines talking about Bitcoin hits a new record high above $5,200. This is something to celebrate, guys. We're hitting a brand new high, and you know the sky is the limit. Some people think we're gonna hit an $8,000 Bitcoin before actually seeing a 40% correction. Some people think $6,000. You guys know I think we could see a $13,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year when we did that analysis in my previous live stream. So this is cool to see. All the headlines are talking about that. Crypto Hedge. What's up, everybody? Yeah, the fake news, the all-time high is 53.50. Thank you very much. What's up, John Dunn? John Dunn is one of my brilliant followers. I really have some brilliant followers, guys. Like, a lot of, I learned so much from my followers, it's not even funny. Like, it's so cool to have a Twitter and have a community. Like, people tag me and stuff, and certain people, like, I follow my followers because, some of my followers are attorneys, doctors, they're people that have traded in the stock market for 20 years, so it's like, I really cherish my followers, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys give me information that I learn from you guys sometimes, and then I cover it on my live streams. What's up, Crypto News sent me. Shout out to Crypto News, Matt Beasley and Mr. Buttercup. No, I'm just playing, Mr. Butterfield. Yeah, guys. What's up? What's up, Chrissy Den? Chrissy Den is one of my loyal day one followers. What's up, Morse Code? We gotta get some new moderators as well. I want to get everyone as a moderator. I'm gonna check out Litecoin to see. Yes, so Litecoin's continue to go up. If this candlestick, like I said, if it ends above this fib level, man, we're not stopping. Volume is just increasing. But I just kind of doubt that it's gonna break through that fib level since it's very overbought right now. But we don't have any reversals right now, so I'm gonna check out XRP. We're gonna check out XRP, of course. Let's do it. We gotta get some Bryson Hobbs. We gotta get you as a moderator. I think you're in the Crypto Campus Club, right, Bryson? LTC not stopping, please. Spare some change, please. Oh, homeless trader always says that in the chat box. We've got panhandlers in the chat box. We've got everything in the chat box. We have 263 people tuning in right now. I want to know where everyone is from. You can put your state, country, or your city, or all three. I'd love to see where people are from that's tuning in right now. I want to see if we have any new countries in the house. We've gotten all sorts. We've had North Korea in the house. We've had Zimbabwe in the house. We've got a little bit of everything. I want to see what's up. Let's check out XRP. We've got Indiana. I think this is the first for someone from Indiana, NYC, Florida. That's what's up, Florida. Ohio, Bedford, UK, Seattle, Louisiana, Toronto, Michigan, Kuwait, India. India, what's up? What's up? What's up? Finland, Belgium, California, Berlin, France, North Carolina, Finland, Spain. I think we've hit every continent except for Antarctica. Is anyone an Eskimo? Is anyone from Antarctica? An Eskimo. Maine, Amsterdam, Kissimmee, Florida. We have a lot of Floridians. I don't know if there's something that, local to me that gives like a notification out to people, but I have a lot of followers that are from Florida that are relatively close to me. People are always telling me do a local meetup or something. We should do that. St. Louis, that's where crypto news is from. St. Louis, South Dakota, Venezuela. We've had a few Venezuelans in the house before. Thailand. I want to go to Thailand soon. Zoom in a bit on the chart hedge 4-hour candles for XRP. Let's go to the 4-hour. I gotta turn the brightness on my monitor. I turn the brightness down at night so I don't go blind. Check out XRP. I'm telling you, these altcoins are gonna wake up. These are like the dips to cherish. You can see XRP has gone down. Look at XRP. That's pretty intense. But I do think, you cannot overlook the big news coming out for Ripple. Ripple is almost oversold right now, and I think it will reverse soon. I haven't swung my Ripple. I have it all in cold storage. I'm very firm and confident on where I stand with Ripple. I think that it's gonna hit at least 8K Satoshis the closer we get to that conference. But the 4-hour chart, the RSI is definitely still heading down, so we could see it. We could see it bounce from this level right here, actually, for Ripple, right at this level, right here. Literally, probably is bouncing right now, to be quite honest. You can see that the candlestick is moving up. This is a 4-hour candlestick, so it's 12 o'clock right now. We still have 4 more hours, so it could finish off a little bit below here. But there's a lot of support here. We have multiple areas of support. That was a bad circle for XRP on the 4-hour. So I don't think it's going to end below that. And if you guys want to pick up some cheap XRP, that would be my target. My target would be 45.26 Satoshis. It looks like it already hit that level. Could be heading back up from here. 4-hour candle could not even head back down again. So we'd have to wait for a divergence as of right now. So, just looking at the weekly for XRP, it's like XRP is gonna once the MACD on the weekly crosses, it's like I don't even know what to think. It's like where is XRP? Is XRP gonna take on a new all-time high? Look at the weekly. Let's look at the weekly right here. Look at that, guys. Look at this. This is just so beautiful for XRP. You can't go wrong. So I think that it will wake up and it's going to be exciting. So I do have my bag of Ripple. I probably will sell it at the end of the month, to be quite honest. That could be a point where it's going to reverse, but we'll have to see. Obviously I'm here. I'll be doing live streams. So the 4-hour is becoming oversold. Like I said, I think it's going to find support at 4,500 Satoshis. Let's go look at Lisk. Let's go look at that bad boy. It's getting rowdy. Look at that. I named this chart WTF because I was like, WTF Lisk. Lisk is falling quite a bit right now too. Look at Lisk. I think Lisk will find support here. That's where I'm aiming for support for Lisk at 89,550 Satoshis. Let's check it out. And I'm just briefly looking at these charts. Nothing too structural. I'm just kind of speeding through these altcoins. I'm pretty sure the OBV has been steadily increasing as well. A little bit of a spike on the OBV. Seeing a little bit of a divergence on Lisk right here. I think we're in a steady uptrend for the RSI. This is on the 1 day. Let's look at the 4 hour. A lot of investors like to get in on the 6 hour if it's bullish. Yeah, so Lisk, this is exactly what I was telling you guys before. I think I was telling you guys this for Lisk. So we're seeing this downtrend right here for Lisk. I think it'll finish up, and then we'll see a reversal back to the upside for the RSI, bringing us to the first fib level, which is at 13,000 Satoshis. Once the altcoin party starts. So, you know, Lisk is one of those coins that once the altcoin party starts, I see a lot of profit potential with Lisk. So I've got my Lisk still, and I haven't swung it. So what else do I want to look at? There was a coin that I wanted to look at. I can't think of it. PivX is a coin that I've been looking at, guys. PivX. It's probably the first time I've talked about it on my channel. You mentioned Lisk on Crypto News the other night, right? I don't know if I mentioned Lisk on Crypto News. Maybe I did. Litecoin hodl for 5 years, $500. Vertcoin, if you hodl Vertcoin for 5 years, I think that you'll be possibly more profitable than Litecoin percentage based. Hold Litecoin for a long time, absolutely. I know we've talked about the ASIC resistance with Litecoin and Bitcoin. Talked about that quite a few times. So, yeah. So I think Lisk will reverse off that that support level that we just talked about. So, oh no, this is PivX. For Lisk, I think it's gonna reverse on that support level we just mapped out. So for PivX, the one thing that I have noticed about PivX is it has a lot of announcements, a lot of news coming out relatively soon, like within the next 2 months, like multiple events. So I think PivX could be a coin that does take off. I don't have any positions in it, but I am watching closely, and I will give you guys updates if I do decide to get into a position on PivX. So PivX probably going to find support at the same level that it retraced to at the previous low. But I do not have positions, so keep that in mind. What is Litecoin doing? We have to make sure that we're following Litecoin. Litecoin's $57 right now. Look at that. Look at those buy orders going in with Litecoin. Oh my gosh. Litecoin's explosive. This is parabolic, guys. Like, nothing's stopping Litecoin. Or Bitcoin. Like, there's nothing stopping them. This is incredible. So this candlestick right here, this 30-minute candlestick, could test the fib level, and if it slams through, we're heading to like $62. $62. I can't wait to start accepting Bitcoin for hot dogs at my hot dog stand. Oh yeah, Andy. Doing it big. Litecoin should be priced at 1/10 of Bitcoin's price. I really want to see Litecoin, like, if Litecoin is really going to make it big and be that future, you know, payment system coin, I would love to see it be a quarter of Bitcoin's value. But that could be a stretch to see it at that level. I think Bitcoin is just, the main chain of Bitcoin is just here to stay. Man, Litecoin's going crazy. I want to see like a $60 Litecoin right now. Like I'm impatient. Let's see. So you guys know my top picks. They're still the same. You guys know that the altcoin party will start eventually, and I think we're just going to see consolidation from now until the altcoin party starts. Don't miss out on the altcoin party. I'm definitely going to be involved in that party, because that's where, I mean, you probably can make, not even probably, you'll make more money getting into the altcoin party before you see hundreds of percents of growth from some of these altcoins than you would owning one Bitcoin and it going up a few $100s. So definitely keep an eye on the alts, and definitely keep an eye on the alts that I am in favor of at the current moment. And I talked about ARK. I looked at ARK, and I think that ARK actually looks really good. I'll show you guys what I think about ARK. I know I was a little biased about ARK, and I still don't know much about it, but I looked at the TA, and ARK does look pretty good for the altcoin party. Let me go to the 12-hour. Hopefully this loads. So you've seen consistent wave patterns with ARK, and I think that it's going to continue these waves. It's a relatively new coin. There's not a lot of supply. There's a lot of demand. It's the hype coin. So I could see this coin. Going like 200%, or like 280%. I mapped it out. Yeah, I think like yesterday or the day before. So I think ARK could have some nice gains. I don't have any positions yet, and I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter. But I'm not biased on ARK anymore now that I've actually taken the time to look at it. So I don't want to be biased. Sold my ARK. When do I think Bitcoin will retrace? Well, let's look at Bitcoin real quick. I showed you guys the RSI level that I'm looking at, and that's where I'm expecting it to retrace. So it's not a number game that I'm looking at to retrace. I'm looking at the indicator, this specific indicator, for the determination of where I think it's going to retrace. We're purely parabolic right now, and I wouldn't be surprised, to be quite honest, if we, hit $6,000, which would be comparable to this. This is something neat that we can look at right now. Bitcoin hitting $6,000 at its next stop would be a relative comparison to this. Okay? That's what I would compare it to. So Bitcoin could hit basically $6,000 if it keeps up. I mean, the volume is just slamming right now. It could hit $6,000, and then we could see a little bit of a retracement from that level. Maybe like a small retracement, like a 12%, 13%, up to like a 15% retracement. And then I think that we could be seeing what would be a relative comparison to this, the peak of the top of the run, which would be this right here. Let's make it a different color. So that could be the second scenario that could bring us to an $8,000 Bitcoin, possibly. But I do think, there's a great chance of Bitcoin hitting $6,000, and there's not as good of a chance of it hitting $8,000, but that's definitely in the books. I mean, we could just do a percentage analysis right here, which is never precise. But it's something to look at because the patterns are consistent this year with Bitcoin, and I think patterns are definitely, history repeats itself. So Bitcoin hitting basically $8,000 would be a 31% increase. This is a 25% increase. So we could hit, anywhere, within that range. You guys know I think it's $13,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. Let's stop talking. I think that we could easily see a $13,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. We went over that. I have a timestamp on my Twitter. This is crazy. We are slamming it right now, guys. I mean, we broke out of that rising wedge. Broke out of the all-time high. Look at how minuscule that retracement was. This retracement was literally funny business. 3%. After basically hitting the all-time high right here. It hit the all-time high, it retraced the candlestick and below on the 12-hour. 3%. And now it's slamming. So, I mean, let's look at the RSI. I was just going to tell you guys, so I was looking at the RSI on the 12-hour. Actually, I think it's the 1 day. Let's look at the 1 day. So Bitcoin is actually approaching the level that I've been looking at. Actually succeeding over it. So that is actually quite impressive. So Bitcoin is actually exceeding over this downtrend on the RSI. So I think that if it continues and we don't see I mean, this is a fat trend line, guys. I mean, we can make it that fat. So if this is the level that I would be looking at for a reversal. I mean, it's overbought on the 1 day right now. So, you know, I told you guys anywhere from 52.50 to 53.50 to see a retracement. We're at 53.64. So there's a likely chance that it could actually reverse at this level that it's at right now. To be honest, very possible. It could reverse back down to, I think that it could reverse down to here. Let me show you guys. Reverse down to the previous all-time high at $5,000 right here, and then it can move up further. But the RSI is showing that we could see a reversal. But there's no clear signs of that yet, because if we continue this path and we break out right here, $6,000 Bitcoin. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see what Litecoin's doing right now. Litecoin's at $56.97. So we are seeing that retracement that was expected. We're seeing that resistance. Look at that volume, guys. That volume. What does this make you think of? Do you see this volume over here? See this volume? That volume isn't even as significant as this volume. Okay, guys? That's incredible. So I would buy Litecoin on a pullback all day long. I think that the volume is only going to increase, and I mean, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I just can't wait to sell the top. That's really what I'm, you know, banking on. This is the Omni coin. Let's go check out a few more coins. Sorry for not checking out the chat box, guys. I get in like a ramble. Bro, just stay live all day. I mean, we could do TA all day, but I don't have that much time on my hands. I mean, if you saw, I want to do a live stream with you guys where we could literally, like, I'll tune in, I'll go live when I suspect a top for a coin, and we could basically like do live trading. That would actually be pretty cool. Especially, you know, if we have like 266, 300 people tuning in live, and they're all following the trades, it would be pretty interesting. And it wouldn't be like a pump and dump, because I would only do it with coins that have high market cap. So that we wouldn't be affecting the market that much. I can tell you right now, I'm not moving markets with hundreds of millions of dollars. That's some big money right there. So that would be an interesting venture if we could do that. But I'll tell you guys, I did trade GBG today. I did trade GBG at around like 3 a.m. to like 6 a.m. today. There was altcoins that just exploded, like constantly, like 400%, and I was literally, this is all I was doing. I'm gonna give you guys I guess a tip. I've done it before, but I don't do it often because it's basically gambling, and usually I just don't like doing that, especially if it's a coin I don't know about, and if it's a coin that is pumping and dumping. So I only invested a small amount in these coins while they were pumping and dumping, and got out real quick. But yeah, so I'll tell you guys how I do that. It's all about volume, and it's also catching a coin. So basically, I would be on the computer, and every like hour or every like 30 minutes, I would catch a trade, and the trade would pop up around 47 Bitcoin within the 24-hour volume, and you would just see it go up. It would just pop up as a new coin on this list on page 5 or page 4. And it would just show up out of nowhere, and it would be like 20% growth, or it would just be increasing, and I'd be watching it closely, and then it would just start pumping really fast within 30 minutes, and I'll jump in, and then I'll jump out and sell the top. And usually it's off of a fib level sometimes. So risky game, risky business, but I've doubled my money probably 4 times this morning from doing those trades. So it was definitely beneficial. What's up, Rick? Anyone new here, I highly suggest joining the crypto club. Changed my life. Oh, Rick, you're funny. Yes, please live stream swing day. What's up, Joanne? Joanne's a member of the Crypto Campus Club. We got to do that. I'm really down to do that. Like we could do a swing live stream if it was like I said, if we can approach a top or identify a top and sell at that top before we see more of a significant retracement. I'm talking like 20%. If it's going to be that significant, then that would be fun. That would be fun. Or maybe some of these smaller cap coins, we could do a little bit of swing trading. I mean, I can't even tell you. I had one bad trade, and I only lost like a very, very small percentage. I stop lossed out, but I did 3 trades, and 2 out of the 3 trades, 4 trades, and 2 out of the 3 trades, I doubled my Bitcoin. The 3rd trade, I went up just a tiny bit. I got in at the end of a pump, and then the 4th trade, I lost probably like, I think it was like 5%. So you're not gonna win every time, but it's fun stuff. So Bitcoin's at 52.95 right now. It hit almost $5,400. Still don't think it's gonna stop. What's up, DCR? Late last night. What about XRP? We just went over XRP. I'm still hodling XRP. I'm not worried about it. XRP does its own thing. Most people know in the community that XRP does it makes its own moves. It does its own thing, regardless of what all the other altcoins are doing. And it just always has been that way for Ripple and also its fork coin, Stellar Lumens. So yeah, I'm not very worried about Ripple. I think that money will flow into it because of the Swell conference, and I think that it's definitely going to rise in value. So long hodl on that for probably the next few weeks. And I'll do a live stream when I sell, or I'll do something on Twitter. Hey, Crypto Hedge in the room. What's up, Bitcoin Jedi? It's nice to have you. Let's look at Vertcoin. You guys are giving me the best. I keep forgetting to go over some of these coins. Let's go over Vertcoin. Vertcoin's looking fantastic. I'm not worried in the least about Vertcoin. Let me wait until this loads. We're gonna go over Vertcoin in just a second. I'm gonna go get a cup of water because I have like the driest mouth right now. So give me like a split second, and I will be right back, guys. So give me 1 moment. I'll be like 1 minute. I am back in business, guys. What is up? I also want to tell you guys, Vertcoin is trying to develop the ability to have AMD cards be mined. And I posted on Twitter right here. Let me show you guys before we look at the TA. I posted on Twitter. Let me find it. Right here. So I said, please donate to the Vertcoin Developer Fund. If we all donate just 10 Vertcoin, we'd meet the goal in no time. I did my part. I've donated to Vertcoin multiple times when they have a fundraising. I donated 2,000 Vertcoin to this specific fundraising, and I think they're at over 5,000 Vertcoin right now, which is incredible. They need to get up to 15,000 Vertcoin. So I would really like for you guys, if just, donate 10 Vertcoin each, and we can get to that 15,000 Vertcoin requirement. And also, you guys got to keep in mind, Vertcoin is going to be releasing support for the Ledger Nano S on October 16th. They're also going to be it's going to be in correlation with the Tor wallet, the Ledger Nano S Tor wallet. So those are two big announcements that are going to increase the value of Vertcoin, and we just need to keep supporting Vertcoin's developer team. You guys have seen my interviews. Great people, great team, brilliant people, and we just need to, support them, so that, if you guys want to have profits, you guys want to have a coin that increases in value, don't just expect that to happen and not contribute to the community. You have to always give back and contribute to the community, and this would be one of the best ways to do it for a coin that you believe in. So keep that in mind. I think that, let me show you, and I'm mining my Vertcoin pool to the fund. They have like a Vertcoin address. Let me show you guys real quick, and then we'll go over the TA. It's hot in here. It's hot in here. Let me show you guys real quick. This isn't even an updated address. Let me go over to this. How is the Vertcoin mining going? The Vertcoin mining is actually fantastic. Okay, so they have 8,000 Vertcoin in this wallet. It hasn't been updated. It says 3,000 Vertcoin, but they've got already up to 8,236. So I guess my tweet did something. I know that right when I tweeted it, there was a lot of people that donated a good amount. So very exciting to see. And I'm mining to this address. So if you guys are mining Vertcoin, just mine to the Vertcoin address for a few days or something like that. Anything counts, you know what I mean? So I'm still waiting for my other GPU cards to come in the mail so that I can increase my hash rate or whatever. I'm very excited about that because I think Vertcoin is really going to be valuable. Especially, I think Bitcoin Gold is a blessing in disguise. Bitcoin Gold is a GPU mined coin. So it's kind of like, Vertcoin is so relevant with that. So it's crazy. So I'm very excited about Vertcoin. And like I said, guys, if you guys could mine to the pool, or if you guys could donate even like one Vertcoin, the transaction fee is very low as well. So that would be awesome. Excuse me, guys. All right, so let's get over the Vertcoin. It's so hot in here. It's so hot in here. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second, guys. Everyone hit that like button. Thank you, Fabian. Live stream swing day. Man, I'm kicking myself. I sold at 4,900. Oh, man. Let's look at Vertcoin. Could Litecoin break $60? It could if it breaks to that fib level today. How is the? I think they're working on the iOS wallet too. Yeah, they are working on the iOS wallet. Why wouldn't we just get behind Litecoin fully? Why Vertcoin? Because I like to diversify, and I also think that the ASIC mining is going to be an issue in the future, guys. I really do think that's going to be an issue. We're already seeing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's monopolized through Bitmain, Jihan Wu, and they just recently they exposed the Litecoin L3 Plus mining warehouses that Bitmain has as well. And the one thing with Vertcoin is it's truly decentralized, and you mine it with a GPU card, and it's very hard to break the algorithm and mine like you can with ASIC chips, because ASIC chips is just way too powerful, and it gives ability for people to have a lot more control. So I think that the one-click miner, once it comes out, it's in beta, I think it's going to be good. So let's look at Vertcoin. Let's look at this uptrend level right here. I'm not worried about Vertcoin at all. How many Vertcoin am I getting from one card right now? I get probably like half a Vertcoin, or like a quarter of a Vertcoin a day from mining on the pool. And I have to admit, my GPU card has failed me like multiple times because I overclock it, and I'm trying to get the perfect setting for overclocking it. Or it might be because my internet drops or something. I'm not sure what it is, but the overclocking really I don't think has been an issue. I think it's just probably like my internet going out or something. I don't know why it would be doing that. So if you look at the uptrend right here for Vertcoin, it's looking spicy-licious. We saw the dip, the original dip with Bitcoin. Once Bitcoin started to break out, we saw that dip down to here, down to like 16,000 Satoshis. And since then, Bitcoin has gone up increasingly and going up consistently very fast. And Vertcoin barely dropped. It's actually uptrending right now, to be quite honest. So this is the uptrend line that I'm following. And if Vertcoin falls through this uptrend line, we're in trouble. But if Vertcoin continues to follow this uptrend line and this price channel that we could literally map out right now, I think that we are in good hands. So this is the price channel that I'm following for Vertcoin. You can literally make that just like that. Perfect. So this is the price channel I'm following, and I don't think it's going to break it. I think it's going to continue to go up. You can look at the RSI real quick. This is on the 12-hour too. You should look at the 6-hour. So the RSI is chilling, and I think that it's gonna reverse onto the upside. Let's look at the 6-hour. The 6-hour would be better to determine. Yeah, so I think Vertcoin is going to continue the uptrend. I think it's going to diverge up to the upside, and then it'll retrace. It's going to be a continuous wave, but we are in an uptrend right now on the 6-hour and the 4-hour. So I think that it's going to continue to grow. I'm not worried about it. I have all my Vertcoin off the exchanges and cold storage, so I'm not even swinging my Vertcoin, surprisingly. So I think it's going to continue to go up. Could we possibly see Vertcoin dip below $1? Not as of right now. No, I don't think that we're gonna see under $1 for quite a while. It depends on Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin decides to crash from the levels that I had my targets at, 5250 to 5350, and it hit almost 5400, and it seems to be retracing a little bit right now. If Bitcoin decides to go down to $2,200, then yes, Vertcoin will be under $1, well under $1. But if you're trading against Bitcoin, I think that Vertcoin will continue to go up against Bitcoin, and I'm more focused on trading against Bitcoin paired with Vertcoin, because I am focused on increasing my holdings of Bitcoin and trading the volatility of Bitcoin, getting out of Bitcoin and throwing it into an altcoin. Then the altcoin pumps, and then I get out of the altcoin, and then I go back into Bitcoin. So it's a continuous exchange. So when Bitcoin rests, the altcoins usually go up in value. So yeah, I think that if Bitcoin crashes, like I said, it could go under $1. But as of right now, it's following the price channel, and I'm only concerned about the Bitcoin pair, not necessarily the dollar amount. And I think the next stop, Vertcoin hit $1.50 the other day. I think the next stop would be $2. I think that would be the next psychological barrier, maybe a little bit of a steeper one. We could probably hit the top of this price channel right here, and then retrace. Maybe a little bit of a steeper retracement at that $2 barrier. Yeah, Vertcoin has been around for a while. I think it hit $10 as its all-time high. I use the Vertcoin core wallet for my to hold my Vertcoin. I'm gonna be throwing it into the Ledger Nano S real quick once that's an option, which it will be. What's today's date? A few days it'll be on Ledger Nano S, so that's really exciting stuff. Bitcoin is bouncing right now. Gosh, we're doing all this stuff live. I gotta get out of here in a minute. Let me see. I want to look at the volume. The volume is just pretty crazy. Make sure to smash that like button, guys. I don't know how many likes we've got right now. Let's look at the volume. All right, so we have $2.3 billion in the 24-hour volume for Bitcoin. I mean, the volume is just taking off. You know, I know that we talked about this multiple times. We saw the low volume with Bitcoin, and that's the one reason why we were so neutral, is because Bitcoin had such low volume for the longest time. And people they weren't bearish, they weren't bullish, they were waiting for the breakout. And I think that's what a lot of people were doing, waiting for the breakout, not getting in too early, especially waiting for this rising wedge to break that everyone was following. If we could look right here, this is the rising wedge people were waiting to break. Once it broke it, the sky is the limit. So that's the wedge that people were looking at, and it broke right out of that, broke into a new all-time high. So that's why we're seeing such an influx of volume. But, you know, it also comes into play with the fact that we broke into a new all-time high. A lot of investors wait until we break into a new all-time high to get in. Traders, this is one thing to know. Not many people, because I know there's people that follow me that aren't traders. Most of the time, traders will get in. It's always a risk to reward ratio, and if the reward is higher than the risk, you get in, you buy in, usually at a low. And then once you start to see that reversal on whatever the indicators the trader uses on their tool belt, once they see that divergence, then they buy in, but they have to have that confirmation. If there's no confirmation, some people won't get in. Traders won't get in. They get in. They go in with the plan. They set a limit, a top, like I did with Bitcoin, at basically $4,200. But I bought back in right down here because there was just so much pressure on the upside. So, but like let's say a trader had its goal at 52.67 or 52.67 or 52.50. That was his plan. So he bought in when we broke that wedge, and he sold off at 52.50. So that's kind of like what that's what traders do. They take profits, they protect their profits, and they plan for a downtrend to buy in at a lower price. But they never get in unless they have confirmation. So I've gotten into trades without confirmation, and those have been some of my best trades. But it's risky if you don't have confirmation that it's actually going to be moving up. So keep that in mind. What is Bitcoin at right now? Bitcoin's at 52.67. I'm sure everyone is just like at work right now watching this live stream, like so excited Bitcoin is on the up and up. Thank you, Fabian. We gotta get some new moderators in here. I don't sell XRP when Swell starts. I will probably sell after the Swell conference. It depends. I have to watch it closely, and I'm gonna update you guys. I'll probably do a live stream either when I'm gonna sell, or right before I sell, or after I sell. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely get you guys inclusive on that. Because I'm planning on selling the top. It's a long hold. I'm long on XRP. So that's basically what we're seeing right now. So let's look at this. Let's pull up the fib. We can look at the price channel. It broke out of the price channel. Let's pull up the price channel. Bitcoin pullback. I think this is it. Yeah, so this is the price channel, guys. I'm gonna delete all this crap that changed. Never really followed this chart, but I'm following the price channel. So look at the price channel. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. All right, so we talked about this multiple times. People were thinking that this was a relative comparison to this, and it kind of caught me off guard. You know, this is one thing. If you could take any tip, is to follow yourself, follow your own instincts, follow what you believe to be true, like off of your experience. But I kind of got a little, I went on Twitter, and Twitter is the best place for shills, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, is that really how it's gonna pan out? And I was the entire time I've been looking at relative comparisons here, looking at relative comparisons here, and also looking at relative comparisons back in May. So I just couldn't bring myself to thinking that that's the scenario, and clearly it isn't. We broke out of the all-time high. So there was a possibility, though. It would have made sense, especially since it's quite different. But you can see we're in the price channel. And if we extend this price channel right here, and we extend this bottom level, we saw the fake out. It's a bull trap, not a bear trap. I said a bear trap in the last live stream. Oh, bear trap. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my mind. I haven't slept. But you can see Bitcoin is approaching the top of this price channel. So I think that, it already came close on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. That would be a better way to look at it. Make sure it's precise. Litecoin's being dumped. So let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin is retracing. I'm not going to lie, but I think that... Got the paint tool on. We already went over Litecoin on what I think is going to happen. I mean, look at the LTC BTC. We went over that in the last live stream. It bounced flawlessly off of two very strong support levels for the LTC BTC pair. So, like I said, I'm not really trading Litecoin to the dollar ratio, but I like to look at both. I'm trying to increase my Bitcoin so that I can trade my Litecoin into Bitcoin when Bitcoin goes up, because the LTC BTC ratio will go down for Litecoin, and then when Bitcoin decides to fall, I hedge it back into Litecoin. That's the way you really can make you're really gonna make a lot of money, simply because Bitcoin is gonna be worth a lot of money in the future, and Bitcoin is the father of all the coins. So what am I looking at? So I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Is this the LTC BTC? Okay, let's look at the 4 hour here. Alright, so look at that. Flawless. I mean, you could even look at it like this, guys. Look at this. This is the LTC BTC. Okay, so I compared it to this support, which was a strong support level right here. Right here. We can actually go down to this level right here. We saw the end of that. That's the end of it. Litecoin has a full reversal right now on the LTC BTC pair, perfectly matching with this right here. You can see it's almost identical. History is repeating itself, and the previous wave is really playing itself out to be quite identical. So let me show you guys. So if you look right here, let's make that thick. And then you can see the end. You can't even see that. I'm going to delete that. I don't even know what that is. Alright, but you can see that it's comparable. And I think that Litecoin is going to be testing the highs over here for the Litecoin to Bitcoin ratio. You guys already know there's a lot of stuff coming out on the Litecoin roadmap, guys. This is a good time to be alive. So, full reversal. Same thing happened over here at this uptrend of this support level right here. So a lot of support, guys. So I'm not too worried about the LTC USD. I think that's going to go up, testing the highs when the LTC BTC pair goes up. So I think NEO is looking good. I think NEO is looking good. They have a lot of things planned for the future, so I think that's a good one. Let's see if there's any alts pumping right now. So someone just commented on one of my videos that Litecoin has been in a head and shoulders pattern. Look at this. This is not a head and shoulders. Well, I guess you could say it looks like it is a head and shoulders. The neckline isn't too steep on either side. but it really isn't. I mean, this would be a deformed Head and Shoulders. I mean, I just wouldn't call this a Head and Shoulders personally. I mean, the left shoulder is as big as the head, so you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? That's an interesting Head and Shoulders. I mean, could it be a head? I mean, I guess you could call it a Head and Shoulders, but to me, that's not a Head and Shoulders. And if you look right over here, let's look at LTC USD. You guys remember some of my loyal followers when we talked about Litecoin when it was like $30, when we called that all-time high of $100. Litecoin was forming a Head and Shoulders on the LTC USD pair, and people thought it was going to go down, and it actually did the opposite. Let's pull it out here. This is when Litecoin hit like right here. So people thought this was a Head and Shoulders right here on the LTC USD pair. But that's not even right. So people thought that was a Head and Shoulders. Proved to be, you know, invalidated. So I think the same thing's gonna happen here, and that's not even a Head and Shoulders, guys. So I'm not worried about that. Ethereum will be dead. It's an irrelevant player. I don't have any Ethereum, guys. Bitcoin Jedi said I'm correct. It's not a Head and Shoulders. Yeah, it's just it doesn't ring as a Head and Shoulders to me. I wouldn't consider it a Head and Shoulders. What's up with the prices? So yeah, it looks like Bitcoin's gonna, you know, retrace a little bit and probably head back up. I'm not too concerned. Litecoin's going down a little bit right now. I told you guys my targets to get in. Yeah, that's not, yeah. If anything, that's support. So. Look at Litecoin. Look at Litecoin's surge on Bittrex. Let's see if anyone's donated to the Vertcoin address since this live stream. Nope, nobody did, unfortunately. Alright guys, I'm going to check out the chat box briefly, and then I'm going to be tuning out. I bought a bag of Vertcoin yesterday. Looks exciting. How about XVG, Verge? It looks like a great time to get in. Let's look at Verge. I know I was talking about Verge. Verge went 3,000% back in May. Like, I think it was late June. Not late June. April. XVG. Then I'm gonna tune out of here. I gotta be out of here by 2. So XVG. XVG, I mean, let me look at it. I've been looking at XVG. You can see a little bit of a reversal on the 6 hour, but nothing too significant. I think that there is profit potential, but I just don't think that, I mean, I think that it's going to retrace down to here, personally. Verge. I think that it's going to retrace down to here. And then I think that would be a time to get in at 89 Satoshis. But the 4 hour is oversold right now. Look at the 12 at the 1 day. Time the market. I can't even time my charts for Crypto Hedge. I think it may be a good idea to sell Bitcoin now for Vert. Not sure what you think, Crypto Hedge. Well, I'll look at Bitcoin in just a second and let you guys know, because it looks like it is gonna rest a little bit. But I'm not looking at. I don't think there's gonna be too big of a reversal or a retracement. I don't think it's gonna be too heavy. But this, I did swing at $5,200, and then I bought back at a lower price, and now it's back up. But I could possibly sell again. It depends. We have to look at it, because if it did reach it, actually, let's look at it right now. Because I keep telling you guys I'm following an RSI level. I've told you guys this 20 times during the video, and I'm like not keeping my focus on that. So the RSI on the weekly is what I'm watching, because we're in a consistent downtrend on the RSI. What is this? So if you look at the RSI, we just went over that. Look at it, it hit the top of the price channel here too. But it might go a little further and then retrace and hit the bottom of the price channel. If it breaks out of this price channel, that we'll have to look at our scenarios. So this has been precise right here, and it's overbought right now. So I could see it bouncing back down, possibly down to, like I said, I think that my first target would be here. I'm actually planning on possibly selling soon after the live stream. The first level to get in would be at $4,931 or the previous all-time high. Because I don't think it's going to break through this trend. So that's my thoughts on that. But I don't think it's going to be too significant of a pullback, like I said. I think it's just going to test the previous all-time high and then head back up. So I'm using Coinigy. This is actually a trial account because I don't use my real Coinigy account during my live streams for security purposes. But Coinigy is great. TradingView is also great. I've used TradingView before, but for some reason I find myself liking Coinigy more. Probably because of the dark background, but you can do that with TradingView too, so I don't know. The layout. I've always used Coinigy. Yeah, so let's look at Verge, and then I'm gonna be heading out of here. I'll check the chat box one more time. We should also check the DMI on Bitcoin. I don't know why I didn't check that. Verge is actually, on the 1 day, Verge is actually, we're seeing a nice, nice potential boost with Verge, according to the DMI, but I would still wait for confirmation. I could see it reversing soon, though. DMI is interesting. Definitely doesn't look like the, RSI on the 1 day. So Verge could be, yeah, Verge could Verge could be moving up, and it's oversold on the 1 day as well. So I would wait for a divergence on the 1 day RSI for Verge, and then I would, once you have that confirmation, I would get in for a nice little boost. Could very well reverse at this point because it is a previous support. But on the 1 day, the DMI and the RSI are looking good since it's already oversold. Let's look at the weekly. How much up Litecoin can go now? I will look at it in just a moment, and then I'm gonna head out here. So the 1 week. The 1 week is far from confirmation. Far from it. Not really an increase in volume either on the 1 week, but the 2 hour, 4 hour, and 6 hour look pretty good. Yeah, the two hour looks good. Six hour looks good. I think we should be seeing, this would be like a buy low scenario, and you can see it's matching up with this support, I guess you can call that support, and then a support over here. So yeah, I mean, I think that you could get in now. Always have your stop loss order set though. I don't want you don't want to lose, you don't want to become a bag holder if it decides to go down. But the DMI is confirming upward movement. The RSI, we're still waiting for a divergence, and there's a little bit of a a growth in the OBV on the 6 hour, and 6 hours is something that I like to look at if I'm gonna go long on a coin. So yeah, I mean Verge isn't looking too bad right now. I don't have any. Possibly might get some, but it's not one of those coins that I'm looking at for the most profit potential. So Litecoin hit that fib level and retraced. Looks like that's what happened. It's crazy. I'm not trading. I'm live. Y'all are all probably trading while I'm over here not trading. Yeah, so Litecoin hit that fib fantastically. It went a little bit above it actually. Candlestick ended below. I would buy it. I would get Litecoin on a pullback. And another thing is, you should always know, don't buy everything at once. Incrementally buy. Have targets set, and you buy at those targets. And if you see a reversal with a confirmation to the upside, then you can take those coins that didn't get picked up at those lower prices and you can throw it into Litecoin. That's more beneficial than just buying 1,000 Litecoin at one buy order. That's just a little outrageous to me, insane. So I would get it on a pullback, especially since the volume's spiking and we broke out of this pennant, quote unquote. Did find resistance at 57. But I think that it will, I think it'll break out. I'm just worried about the LTC-BTC pair. You guys know that. It's getting spicy, guys. You guys already know. How many YouTubers stay up all night? 0. That lets you know that he's trading. I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I am up all night. And you guys know that I'm up all night. I mean, we do 4 a.m. live streams sometimes. But, you know, I've been asked by many people on Twitter, on YouTube, it's like, Crypto, do you sleep? And I, like, reply to them, I say, no, I make money. And then they'll comment back, I like that. I like that. I mean, it's true. So, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of action in the AM for me, like early AM, so that's why I've been trading at those times. Really kind of happy that with those pump and dumps today, I got out pretty well on those. I don't know what I was thinking to you know, bring myself to doing that. I'm not someone that chases money like a pump and dump. So money never sleeps. It's all about that residual income. It's all about, you know, I'm mining Vertcoin. That's like passive income. Once I get my 1080 Ti's, it's gonna be crazy. Love those middle of the morning live streams. Feels like war. Omni hooked me up. It did hook me up, but it was a total pump and dump. I literally caught it. I was like, it's up 32%. I didn't see this coin. I've been up all night. I'm like, I just finished a trade. I have Bitcoin. I checked it out. I'm like, this coin is slamming. Like the sell walls were being destroyed. And I was like, I'm buying at market price and I'm getting out at this percentage. I did break the rules. I'm not a pump and dump swinger. Yeah, Litecoin is definitely taking a little bit of a nap. I mean, look at the volume spike today. I can't see this not stopping within the next week. I mean, look at this. That's a little, that's like a buy the dip scenario. You know what I'm saying? When did I say to buy? I think I said to buy at like 55 something, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I told you guys to buy. Well, I'm not telling you guys to buy. I'm not a financial advisor. But my targets were literally right here where that candlestick, we saw the candlestick end. It didn't end, but it was rising up, becoming thinner, this bearish candlestick. And then it fell down to this level. You saw the tail of the candlestick, which is my first target. So we're hitting that first target right now. And then my second target would be right here. Right there. And it could be like at previous resistance right there. So those are like 3 targets that I'm looking at. It's easy to get into pumps. If you're watching those charts, I've done it frequently. Yeah, it is kind of easy, but it's risky because you got to know when to get out and not chase it too hard because you can lose money. I did 4 trades, like I said, and one of them I lost like, I think it was 5%, or 5 or 15% on the trade, but I like doubled, almost tripled my money on the 2 other trades. So you're never gonna have a 100% winning streak, but I had a basically 75% winning streak. So you got to be really fast. Yeah, those pump and dumps, they go within like less than 30 minutes. So, but hey, I'm on the other side and I'm gonna take advantage of it. Omni went from like $20 to $86 in like 10 minutes. So let's see. The low of this is $55.40. What's the price of it? $55.45. Let's look at the RSI and I'll tell you guys maybe if I think it's going to start heading back up. And then I'm getting out of here. I'm running away. Yeah, the RSI is confirming a reversal to the downside. So I could actually see it passing this first target. And it could fall. Could actually fall quite a bit. But if I was gonna go with a plan, I'd stick with my targets. I mean, look at the OBV on the 1 hour. I mean, that volume is just insane. So I think that it's probably gonna go down a little bit, but I don't think that it's gonna break below the last target, and then I think it'll reverse. Time will tell, but that's what I'm thinking if I was gonna be swinging. So I think I've repeated myself so many times and I'm like half asleep. So alright guys, I'm gonna be tuning out now. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Twitter at @CryptoHedge_. I actually have my real name as my profile name on Twitter now. I don't know, if I'm gonna be trying to like make a huge presence in the community, I don't want people can call me either CryptoHedge or Carson Ford. That's my name, so I think it's just a little more professional. But yeah, so you guys can call me CryptoHedge or Carson Ford. I actually like CryptoHedge more. But yeah guys, make sure to smash that like button, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.